People want you to just hodl. They don't really want you to make all the money that's on the table. They want to leave it for themselves. Hey guys, BJ here with a controversial video, but check out how simple this is. This isn't rocket science. This is just a fact of life, okay? So if you see there, what's on the screen, you have the current price of Doge, you have the low of the day and the high of the day. That means, as you just see the price change, right? You see the price fluctuates throughout the day. Sometime in the last 24 hours, the price touched 69 cents. Sometimes in the last 24 hours, the price touched 51 cents, right? But there are highs and lows, as you just experienced, that you can take advantage of. If you're just hodling, you are super excited when it's at the high of the day and you feel like it was a terrible decision at the low of the day because you were supposed to sell at the high or near the high of the day and buy back in at the low or near the low of the day. Now, let's not call this rocket science, right? Let's see that you just happen to have not slept because you saw the run that Doge is on. And at 67 or 68 today, you sold, right? You might have pinched yourself because it got to 69 or whatever. But then you saw, because you left it alone for a second, you saw that it went down to 57, right? And you said, oh, that's perfect for me to buy. And you bought it. And maybe you pinched yourself again because it went all the way down to 51. Right? But now it's back at 60, right? So what happened was you sold at near the high of the day, 67. You bought back in at the low, near the low of the day, 51 actually, or 57, just kind of in the middle of the run, not even at the low of the day. You didn't even rocket scientist it. But what you did was you caught that 10-point swing, which is actually a 15% gain, right? From 67 to 57. And then it's back up to 61 right now, which is an additional 5% gain. So you would have gained 20% extra of what you were just holding in your account. Now, how does that play out? What does that mean, BJ? That means, for my bigger clients out there, if you were holding $10,000 in Doge and you sold it at 67 and you bought back in at 57, you would still own at that moment $10,000 worth of Doge, but you would have so many more tokens because obviously you would have been able to buy it at a lower price. Once it got to that 61, you would have turned most of your profit. When it gets back to 67, you will have turned the entire profit that I was talking about, which is a 20% gain, which means for every $10,000 that you were holding, you would have made $2,000 off that little flip, right? And remember, we didn't catch the high. We only caught it at 67, and we certainly didn't catch the low at 51. We only caught it at 57. So there was still a huge margin of error for us to have taken this seriously and made even more money from.